Pro wrestling fans, we are live in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Pro Wrestling 225 Southern Heavyweight Championship on the line in a very dangerous ladder match tonight. And right now, is this your first ladder match you were telling me before the interview?
My first ladder match.
And what's going through your mind?
Well, I'll tell you what, tonight is about heart and determination. And Simon Phillips is determined to become the first ever Southern Heavyweight Champion. And I'm also determined to make it to the top of Pro Wrestling 225. And that's why I'm here, and that's what I'm gonna do.
He came to Denham Springs to win some gold. Simon Phillips is not afraid of a ladder match. Good luck to you tonight, sir.
Thank you.
It brings blood to the surface.
Get out of here. Get in here. Tell them who I am.
We're now joined by Rhett the Threat, ladies and gentlemen, Pro Wrestling 225's resident.
You gotta squat, you can be tall.
Okay.
Just because I'm a short guy, I don't mean nothing. Dynamite comes in small packages. That's like they say. Shut up. This is Rhett the Threat coming to you live, and I'm here to start Spangled Banner. You see this right here? American made. I should be saluting the flag right now, but I got a point to get across. This is a land of opportunity. So, you're gonna see an opportunity tonight. I got a ladder match for the Southern Heavyweight Championship. Be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rhett the Threat means business tonight at Pro Wrestling 225.
And now, Pro Wrestling 225 presents Resurgence.
I'd like to introduce to you tonight, he is our general manager here at 225 Pro Wrestling. He's from right here at Prairieville, Louisiana. Anybody know where Prairieville is? Help me welcome here tonight, Mr. Michael Iglesias!
Hello everybody and welcome to the North Park Rec Center in beautiful Denham Springs, Louisiana, and welcome to Professional Wrestling 225's Resurgence. I'm the voice of Professional Wrestling 225, Mr. Robert Tadgen, and here sitting alongside me, none other than color commentator extraordinaire, Nick Fouquet.
Nick Fouquet, and get the name right there, Robert, because you're going to be hearing a lot of me tonight, and I got to tell you, man, the only thing worse than having to drive through Baton Rouge is having to end up here in Denham Springs.
Oh, come on now. Don't talk about Denham Springs like that. Anyway, in the ring now, we've got none other than the man that signs the checks here at PW225, General Manager Mike Iglesias. Let's see what he's got to say.
Are you ready tonight? Pro Wrestling 225 is excited to be here for the first time in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Pro Wrestling 225 is not for the man. Pro Wrestling 225 is for the fan. We have an exciting show for you tonight. A lot of echo in here. I'm here to introduce to you the participants for your main event. Mr. Fordell. I got this. Shut up, ready. Yo, G. Yeah!
Uh-oh. Well, that doesn't sound like who we were expecting. I do believe that this is going to be none other than Mr. Michael White. And I'm right, unfortunately.
Mike Iglesias calling out Fordell Walker, but that's not what he's getting. The manager of the Federation, Mike White.
The man who has single-handedly tried to stage a one-man coup and take over PW225 for his own means.
Look like the biggest pile of trash that I've ever.
Tell me about it, Mike.
I don't even have time to read it. That's why you don't follow instructions to what I'm doing. Follow instructions? I do what I want, when I want, basically. You don't do what you want at my show. We have the belt, we make the rules. Revolution for life. The only thing you're gonna make, son, is tracks. Out of this building. Security, come get this spoil. No.
Well, that was a short night for Mr. Michael White.
Come get this spoil out of my face. You're not kicking me out of the show. Yeah, with the Mickey Mouse Cup, you're not kicking me out of the show. Hold on, big boy. Hold on.
I think that's exactly what he's doing, Mr. White. He's kicking you out of the building.
I'm not going. I'm not going. If you want to talk to my show, you can buy a ticket and you can sell for the rest of my fans. Seriously? You want to treat somebody like this? This is how you going to treat somebody?
See you later, Mr. Michael White. And unfortunately for him, it doesn't look like there's even going to be a ticket he can purchase to get back in the building since we're standing room only tonight.
Hey, tell your mama daddy's home.
Oh, and what a slap in the face there from General Manager Michael Glacier.
He's acting.
He's drunk with power, Robert.
He may be drunk literally, depending on what's in that goblet.
Hey, you're exactly right about that. And Michael White is getting carried out of the building.
Some say he gets carried away on a daily basis. Tonight, he's getting carried away literally by security.
So now let's see if we get Vordell Walker.
Exactly. Let's see if we can get back on track here.
Anticipation is building here, Robert.
It appears the sound guy's about to get carried out of the stadium too in a few seconds.
Gotta get. Gotta get. Gotta get.
And here he comes. None other than the big man himself.
The guy certainly can make an entrance. I'll give him that.
And I can assure you, he can make much more than just that. And here he comes, Gil Gracie. Anybody who's anybody in the professional wrestling industry here in Louisiana knows about Gil Gracie, former UFC fighter, mixed martial arts specialist.
But once again, not Vordell Walker.
Yes.
Louisiana, if you don't know my name, introduce myself. My name is the Mad Dog Gil Gracie, and I'm here to work everybody in Pro Wrestling 225.
Well, that's quite a way to make an entrance. He basically just challenged the entire locker room.
Vordell Walker out here. That's why I came out instead. Vordell Walker has got nothing on me. Vordell Walker better grab himself on and call somebody. Because tomorrow he's not showing up at Father's Day at his mama's house. Y'all put that in the bank. I'm sick and tired of being disrespected. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And tonight, Pro Wrestling 225, Paul Walker, the owners, the commissioner, and the fans all on notice.
Well, you got to give him one thing. He's got guts to call out a guy the likes of Vordell Walker.
Now, I want to thank the fans for coming out, of course, and spending their well-earned dollars to see me. I want to thank the fans for coming out the night before Father's Day. And I want to thank the fans because they'll be part of the eulogy that's written for Vordell Walker.
I think if Rob Sterling, our announcer, knows what's best for him, he might get out of that ring.
That might be the only thing we agree on tonight.
One more time, Mr. Ring Announcer. I see that there's a title on the rope up here, and there's going to be a ladder match tonight. So the question remains, why is Pro Wrestling 225 disrespecting the Mad Dog? Why is Denham Springs fans, women and children disrespecting the Mad Dog? Somebody put something in his mouth, my zipper stuck.
Uh-oh. And this is what happens when you poke the bear, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes the bear wakes up from hibernation.
And Gil Gracie's a vet. He knows exactly what he is doing.
Does he? I don't think anyone who knows what they're doing would be calling out Bordell Walker to a fight in the center of the ring.
Believe me, Robert, he's got him right where he wants.
Well, I hope he's got his affairs in order. That's all I can say.
Finally, Rob Sterling getting at the ring. Things are about to get ugly real quick here.
Yes, indeed, they are. Because Bordell Walker has arrived on the scene. Making his way through the fans on the way to the ring here in Denham Springs, Louisiana. And I can promise you this, there is no love lost between he and Gil the Thrill Gracie, if there was even any love to begin with, which I don't think there was. For weeks now, Gil Gracie has been talking smack about Bordell Walker on his personal Facebook and YouTube pages. And now the two men have finally come face to face, and oh, what an entrance! Back flipping right into the ring.
I tell you what, even still, if you're Bordell Walker, I would not turn my back to Gil Gracie.
Well, it looks like we can agree on something for the second time tonight. Let's see what Bordell has to say.
Yes, sir.
On town, buddy.
Well, what?
Denham, not Walker.
Hey, Gil, you know what? I listen to everything you got to say in the back. And you know what? I've been around for almost 17 years, and I've wrestled the best this business has produced, consistently and on a regular basis. And you know what? Like, there's a lot of complaints that I can come out here and talk about, but you know what I don't? The difference between me and you is I take the worst and I keep going. But everything I hear in the back from you is nothing but complaints. And to be honest with you, you know who does that?
People that get
Losers. But you know what? If you like being a complainer and a whiner, that's okay. That's you. But you know what? Let me tell you something. If you want to come here tonight and prove yourself against one of the best, you definitely picked the right guy. But also, let me tell you something else. I might not respect your attitude, but I respect you as a competitor. And I know tonight, it doesn't matter how much trash talking you do or I do. I know you're going to bring it, and you know I'm going to do the same. But let me tell you what's going to happen. The same thing that happens to everybody that tries to call me out. I'm going to do to you what I do consistently and on a regular basis. And that's beat people up. If you don't like it, do something about it.
still trying to hold back Gil Gracie. It looks like he wants to get back in there for a little bit more.
You just don't come in the ring and disrespect Gil Gracie and not expect to get a fight afterwards. Oh,
Rest assured.
And one of the security guards just ate it against
him. And he's back in there again. This isn't over.
These two are going back at it.
This is not over. They're still trying to get a piece of each other. Personally, if it was just up to me, I'd say let them fight right now. Why wait?
And this is the only kind of action that you'll see only here in PW 225.
Oh, here we go again. Oh, he's going at it. I can't even get a look at what's going on. We've got so much going on here in the ring. There's about 15 people stacked up between us and the action. The question is, can security get this under control? Will they be able to get these guys to the back? Will we even have a match later tonight? Because if this keeps up, there's not going to be anything left of these two to have a match later.
Looks like we've got some talent from the back coming in to kind of help separate these two.
It's about time.
Because otherwise, we might not have a main event.
All I can say is if this is what we're seeing just from a face-to-face confrontation, Nick, can you imagine what's going to happen later tonight when these guys actually step into the ring together with nobody but the referee to keep them apart?
Wrestling fans, Alan Michael here, and I am joined right now by Rocket as he gets ready for the ladder match for the Southern Heavyweight Championship of the World at Pro Wrestling 225. Rocket, big opportunity for you tonight, and that gold hanging high in the sky. What's your game plan going into this crazy ladder match?
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I always wanted to do that. You shut your face, Big Daddy. I'm a 23-time world champion. And tonight I'm gonna make it 24 right here in Denham Springs.
Rocket's ready to win himself some 20 pounds of gold tonight at Pro Wrestling 225.
And what you gonna do when the Rocket and all that other... I gotta get water. Shut up!
He's got a big match tonight. Keep it locked. This is Pro Wrestling 225.
Okay, we're ready for opening match action here.
Tonight, the winner of this contest gets the big spot in our ladder match for the Southern Championship.
Whoa!
This is our champion in the season of 255 pounds. He's from Walker, Louisiana, by the way of Detroit City. This is
Hunter Adams making his debut here in Pro Wrestling 225. This guy was trained by Red the Threat and TK Riot.
And talk about some big news, Nick. We just heard from the ring announcer that the winner of this opening contest is going to get a spot tonight in the #1 contenders match, the ladder match. It's going to be literally for the Southern Heavyweight Championship. They're going to get a spot in that match. Talk about a prize for whoever wins this contest.
Well, needless to say, Robert, the stakes just got raised a little bit.
Boy, did it ever. Especially if you're a guy like Hunter Adams. This guy's only been in the business for a few months, and look, he's already got a shot tonight to become the first ever Southern champion of Pro Wrestling 225.
He's looking to make a name for himself.
And what better way to do it than beating New School Clayton Cool tonight and getting into that ladder match.
New School Clayton Cool's been around for 14 years now, so he's
long time.
Quite the vet. It's going to be a tough one for Hunter Adams.
At least on paper, this does look like a pretty big mismatch. New School Clayton Cool, trained by Old School Kerry West. You're talking about a guy here that's technically sound, a cruiserweight, but he definitely knows his way around the ring, and it's going to be tough for Hunter Adams. I never want to count anyone out from the get-go, but it's going to be pretty tough for him to take out Clayton Cool in his first big matchup of his career.
I'll tell you what, Clayton Cool has really come with a new attitude here to PW 225. and the crowd has really taken to it.
And why wouldn't they? He is a hometown boy from just down the road here in central Louisiana. And you talk about a guy that's paid his dues. This man has been up and down the dusty trails of the independence. He's done everything that people have asked of him, and he's looking for a big coming out party tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, talk about opportunity knocking. If he can be victorious, he will earn a spot in that ladder match later tonight.
And that is for the brand new title, the PW225 Southern Championship.
The very belt you see hanging high above the ring right now on that cord, so high up there, Nick, that I wouldn't even want to look up that high right now. I'd probably get a nosebleed.
That's because you're soft as hell, Robert.
Like I said, New School Clayton Cool is the hometown boy here. It is Denham Springs, but he's from just down the road in Central. So if Hunter Adams is thinking he's going to get the face response from this crowd, he may be sorely mistaken. Lock up. Oh, but wait, Hunter Adams shoves New School down to the canvas.
I'll tell you what, I have done commentary with New School Clayton Cool as well, and the guy is, a class act. Although I think he has made some recent mistakes, he needs to kind of stick with his original game plan if he really wants to move up the ladder like he has been.
Very true. Here he goes. Irish whip up the turnbuckle. New School comes in with a clothesline and leads it right into a bulldog. Takes him down to the canvas. Pulls him back up. One right hand. A second right hand. He's got Hunter Adams stumbling. Takes that opportunity to lock him in for the suplex. He's got him down, ref. The referee hesitated there a minute before making the count, and New School is none too happy about it, let me tell you.
I tell you what, I talked to Hunter Adams backstage before the match, and he said that he does not like Clayton Cool, that, he has not earned his keep, and he is here to make a name for himself, and at the expense of Clayton Cool.
And thus far, he seems to be doing a pretty good job of it. I must say, I'm surprised. I expected this to be a more one-sided affair, but just take a look. Hunter Adams has got New School up in the air and brings him down for the suplex.
Nice jackknife.
Fist drop right to the center of the head.
Some nice strikes there from Hunter Adams.
Sets him up right where he wants him and then drops the knee to the side of the face. Goes in for the cover. We got a 1, a 2, and this one was almost over just that fast. You want to talk about an upset?
I tell you what, we got one of the best referees here in the state of Louisiana with Jordy.
Do we now? How much did he pay you to say that?
A small amount.
That's what I figured.
I got a popcorn.
Hunter Adams locking in the chin lock on New School Clayton Cool, trying to wear him down. That might be the one thing that Hunter Adams has going for him. Sure, he's not as experienced as New School. He may not have the repertoire in his moveset, but he is bigger, and he can lean some of that body weight down on New School and wear him down. Oh, drops him down.
Jawbreaker.
New School going in for the kill now. He's got a hold of that left leg, and he rakes it down. He's trying to snap that left knee off. Oh, falls down, and now he's got that leg wrenched. Trying to twist it clean off of Hunter Adams' body.
Now that's the New School Clayton Cool I know.
Indeed. He might be a new, gentler, friendlier New School Clayton Cool, but one thing's for sure, he hasn't backed off any when it comes to his in-ring abilities.
Well, Hunter Adams are turning the favor a little bit.
Exactly. So
getting
far
on that left knee of Clayton Cool.
So far, it looks like we've got ourselves a little impromptu game of can you top this? New School tries to take out the knee of Hunter Adams. Now Hunter Adams is saying, hey, anything you can do, I can do better, Mr. Cool. Scoops him up by the hair. Oh, but Cool's fighting back. He's not taking it standing down. Oh, nice suplex into a bridge. 1, 2. Oh, and just that quick, it was almost over. And you see Hunter Adams getting out of the ring, trying to take a breather.
1, 2, 3.
And you know, you gotta say, Hunter Adams here, that's the mark of a veteran right there. You wouldn't expect a young guy to know enough to slide out of the ring and break the momentum like that.
Oh, low blow there. The ref missed.
DDT.
Jordy, I'm not going to say you're the best ref if you missed those too much.
Another count of 2.5. Hunter Adams is berating the official. Although, if I were him, I'd, like as you just said, Nick, I'd be slipping him a $5 for ignoring that low blow a minute ago. Leg drop. Hunter Adams.
Clayton Cool is just sitting there messing with his face. You got to be on the defense when it comes to Hunter Adams. He's going to pound you down.
Well, true, but it's a little hard to be on your guard when you've gotten hit in the head several times. New School a little wobbly here from getting hit in the head several times earlier. Oh, swinging neck breaker, nicely executed. New School going in for the kill. I think he may be trying to finish this guy off really fast. Goes for, slingshots him up onto the top rope. New School's got him up there for some nefarious purpose. Oh, high knee right to the chin.
It didn't look like he really got all of it, though.
Looks like this thing might go down to the floor now. New School's up on the apron. Oh, he went for the flying body press, but Hunter Adams caught him. Oh, and rams him right to the ring post.
Well, that should do it. Hunter Adams making a name for himself here in his debut match.
Boy,
Resurgence.
Boy, is he ever. And now Hunter Adams is back in the ring. And let me remind you, if he wins by countout, it's still a win. He's still going to that ladder match later tonight for a shot at the coveted Southern Championship here in Pro Wrestling 225.
I'll tell you what, with those catching skills, he could probably get a spot on the LSU Tigers around here.
I don't think just anyone can walk onto the LSU Tiger team, Nick.
Well, LSU's not that great, just about anyone.
If I were you, I'd tone it down a little bit, not say that loud around these parts, Nick. You might not make it out of here alive.
Just ask Trucker Jones, he'll tell you.
Nice German uppercut by Cool, and down to the canvas goes Hunter Adams.
Break his knee!
Cool going after the lower extremities of Adams, just rams his kneecaps into the ground there.
And this is just our opening match. New School Clayton Cool versus Hunter Adams. We still have an amazing main event later on with Gil Gracie and Bordell Walker going at it.
And speaking of amazing, here's an amazing Texas Cloverleaf locked in nice and tight on Hunter Adams. And I'm here to tell you, he might not get out of this. This might be all she wrote.
He's got all his weight on him.
Just look at Cool. He's cramping back on those legs, trying to bend that young man in half. And there it is.
That'll do it.
That's all she wrote for Hunter Adams. And New School Clayton Cool is moving on to the Southern Heavyweight Championship match later tonight, the ladder match.
A big win for New School Clayton Cool.
And it appears that Clayton Cool's time has finally come. You want to talk about a giant victory? This is the victory that might just elevate him to the next status here in Pro Wrestling 225.
Our next contest is a triple threat match. And it's for the #1 contendership for the 225 Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
And as good old JR used to say, Nick, business is about to pick up here because what we've got up next is a triple threat match for the #1 contender spot here in PW225.
Roll Tide, baby!
I think I'm going to be sick.
You got the beast, Trucker Jones from Alabama.
quite literally the least popular man in this entire state right now.
He's in the lion's den, I'll tell you that, or the tiger's den, I guess you could say.
You got to give him one thing. You got to have some serious guts to come into this building wearing that stuff.
And the winner of this match will go on to compete for the World Heavyweight Championship here for Pro Wrestling 225.
Against the Beast Minotaur.
And Minotaur, I'm not sure, we haven't really seen him yet or heard from him yet.
He's late arriving to the building tonight. We have heard some whispers in the back that perhaps he might have car trouble, or maybe...
Or there is an even disputed contract and maybe the price wasn't right to get him here.
A disputed contract? Give me a break. The guy's the heavyweight champion of the world. Why isn't he here?
Which means he needs more dough, if you know what I mean. Now we got a stable here in PW225. Stan Sweet Tan, the man.
The long-time veteran of the independent wrestling here in Louisiana. He hardly needs an introduction, but just in case you don't know who he is, as you said, Stan the Man Sweet Tan.
They might need to reinforce the ring here.
That's one thing you are absolutely correct about, Nick. This is a match between three of the biggest competitors here in PW225. It's a true heavyweights battle. Robert Gotze from right here in Livingston Parish. You want to talk about a guy that's going to have the fans on his side tonight? This is that man.
I can't tell who looks more ridiculous, Stan the Man Sweet Tan in his boo-boo gear or Robert Gotze in his little skirt.
I somehow doubt you'd say that to their face, Nick. And if we're talking about ridiculous ring gear, I think there's no doubt who's got that award sewn up. It's none other than Trucker Jones wearing his atrocious Alabama gear.
Where you got a onesie outside?
And there's the bell. We're underway. Chance of LSU coming up from this crowd.
Do they realize they're at a professional wrestling match?
I'm sure they do, Nick, okay? But there just happens to be a pretty big game going on at the moment. The LSU Tiger baseball team competing at the College World Series. In case you didn't know, you might not be up with current events and such.
No, I don't follow stuff like that. I've got better things to do with my time.
Oh, what a big right hand. Robert Gotze going to town on both men. Right hand to Sweet Tan. Right hand to Gotze. Down goes Gotze. And here he goes, hip toss to Sweet Tan. And Robert Gotze's on a roll here. Takes down Sweet Tan again. Thus far, Gotze's doing a great job of staying on top of both men. I don't know how long that's going to last. Oh, Irish whips Trucker Jones right into Stan Sweet Tan. Using the body weight of Trucker Jones against his other opponent, it appears that Gotze is playing smart tonight.
All them seams holding on, boy.
And it appears as if Stan the Man and Trucker Jones have formed somewhat of an alliance to take out Robert Gotze, at least earlier here in this match.
Well, it wouldn't be unusual to see a few unlikely alliances develop during the course of this one, because as we all know, when you're talking about a triple threat match, the only thing that really matters is who gets the pinfall in the end. So you might see these guys who don't necessarily get along decide to work together for a while, although don't expect those alliances to last very long.
Well, the key is you have to get your opponent alone in the ring. Eliminate one person, that way you can just get it down to one person to pin.
So true. And that's exactly what it looks like Robert Gotze has managed to do here. He's got Trucker Jones out of the ring, and he's going to town on Stan Sweetan. He's got Stan in the corner. One right hand, two. The crowd counting along, and here they get number 10. But Gotze better turn around.
I'm surprised this Denham Springs crowd could even count to 10.
Oh, come on, Nick. Oh, big clothesline by Trucker Jones. I don't know if that's who he was aiming for, though, but I can barely keep up with the action, folks. This one's breaking down fast and furious. Gotze with the kick to the midsection of Trucker Jones. He whips him in. Oh, big spine buster on the big man. 1, 2. Oh, but Sweetan breaks it up at the last minute. We've got ourselves one hell of a matchup so far, Nick. Right hand by Sweetan.
And that one hurt him a little bit because we got Gotze, who's got such a hard knucklehead.
And you see these fans getting worked up. They're firmly on the side of Stan Sweetan, it appears, at least for the time being. Now Sweetan. Oh, I believe you're right, Nick. It looks like we do have a bit of an alliance developing here between Sweetan and Trucker Jones. They're setting up Robert Gotze for what looks to be a double suplex.
Send this guy back to the Irish pub.
And now, as you hear, usually Stan has a bit of a fan following in these parts, but right now he's getting booed heartily. Drops the big knee on Gotze. And now Trucker Jones grabs a leg and goes to town on it.
What kind of boo is it? Would you say it's a FUBU?
That was absolutely atrocious. Please never do that again. Now they pick him up. Trucker
I'll be
Jones.
here all night.
I really hope not. Sweetan going to town on poor Robert Gotze, who's being held in place by Trucker Jones. And and as you see, this so-called alliance may be breaking down already because Stan Sweetan just gave a good pop in the mouth to Trucker Jones. No, it looks like they're maintaining their alliance for now. They whip Gotze into the rope, go for the double clothesline. Gotze ducks out of it, and then double clothesline on both men. Gotze pulling down, digging down deep for a little bit extra. Working his way back to his feet. These fans are encouraging him to get back up. Double axe handle by Sweetan. Cuts off the momentum of Robert could be expected to take on both of these men. Sweetan certainly not endearing himself to the crowd here. Oh, right in the throat. Come on, ref. What are you doing? There you have the so-called great refereeing skills of the man you were talking about earlier, Nick. Double flapjack. And down to the canvas goes Gotze. Stan the Man Sweetan and Trucker Jones seem to have this thing well in hand. And why wouldn't they? It's 2-on-1. Sweetan lifting him up from the canvas. Trucker Jones going to town on him too. They're just working this poor man over, and there's not a lot he can do. Oh, wait. Gotze trying to fight back now. Big forearm. A second big forearm. A third one. He's going after Sweetan. Kick to the midsection. 2 kicks all, but once again, Trucker Jones cuts in, so to speak, and delivers a big, nasty German suplex. Oh, but wait! Alliance officially over. Sweetan and Trucker Jones are going after each other. And now Sweetan is the sole man left standing in the center of the ring. Sweetan going in for the cover. Count of 2, oh, but it gets broken up. down and out. And the crowd getting behind these men, trying to inspire them to get to their feet. Sweetan gets to his feet first, picks up Robert Gotze, but now Gotze's fighting back. Sweetan whips in Gotze and goes for the sleeper hold. And if Gotze doesn't do something soon, he's going to be going out for the count.
The action's hard and fast here in PW 225.
Oh, but wait, Trucker Jones now likes a sleeper hold in on Sweetan, and now we've got ourselves quite a perplexing situation. Oh, but wait!
Triple jawbreaker. You don't see that too often.
Oh! Vicious double clothesline by Gotze. He's taken the most punishment out of anybody in this match so far, but yet he's still the one standing. You got to admire this kid from Livingston Parish, giving it his all to try and become the #1 contender, and now he's putting the boots right to Stan Sweetan.
That's somebody's grandpa!
Now Gotze dishing out the right hands to Trucker Jones, but Trucker Jones putting an end to that real quick. Ooh, vicious short arm clothesline. I could feel that one all the way from here, Nick.
That almost reminded me of Alabama knocking out LSU out of the playoffs. Hard shots.
Sweetan's going to the top. This might be his big leg drop. We've seen it before. Hulk Hogan, eat your heart out. 1, 2, but no.
Ageless wonder.
Trucker Jones was not going to let that happen, but now they're fighting over who's going to get the pinfall here.
Stan just kicks Trucker Jones right in the head.
Looks like we've got ourselves a game of musical pinfall here. Both men, slap to the face of Trucker Jones. Trucker Jones retaliates. Oh, big knee to the mid-leg. Oh, sweet chin music to Stan Sweetan from Trucker Jones. But Trucker, you might want to turn around, Trucker. 1, 2, and 3. Robert Gotze gets the victory.
And we've got a new #1 contender for Minotaur's world title.
Indeed we do, Nick. And what a prize. Well, if you call getting an opportunity against the Minotaur a prize.
The luck of the Irish, I guess.
I don't think luck had anything to do with it, Nick. That took talent, that took heart, and that took the inspiration that these fans here in Livingston Parish gave to that man. What a performance by Robert Gotze, the new #1 contender. Oh, wait! We've got a problem in the ring here. It looks like the earlier partnership has completely broken down now. Stan Sweetan and Trucker Jones look like they want to destroy each other.
Pro wrestling fans, my guest at this time, the one and only New School Clayton Cool, with an opportunity of a lifetime tonight, going for the Southern Heavyweight Championship, hanging high in the rafters here at the North Park Rec Center. First ever Southern Heavyweight Championship crowned tonight. New School Clayton Cool. What does this night mean to you?
Well, let me tell you right now. This night means the world to me because this is my backyard. 13 years ago when I trained and I got into this business of professional wrestling, I always wanted to wrestle in front of my hometown fans because I'm the man with the plan, with the feet that fill the seats, the flex that cashes checks, and tonight everybody's gonna find that out. You know, I was a rule breaker. I was a bad man. I was a bad guy. A lot of people didn't like me. But I did a lot of soul searching, and then to get anywhere in this business, you gotta have the fans behind you. And tonight will be no exception. I'm gonna go out there and put on the best performance that I've ever put on in my history of my career. Put it all on the line, because the Southern Heavyweight Championship, that ladder is gonna take me to the top, and it's gonna make me the greatest Southern champion that there ever was. And you can bet your bottom dollar on that one.
Good luck to you, New School Clayton Cool, a reformed man. Will the fans be behind him tonight? Will he be the first ever Southern Heavyweight Champion here at Pro Wrestling 225? Find out.
Our next contest is headed for one fall. It is the NWA North American Heavyweight Championship.
And here we go, Nick. It's time for the big one. For the NWA North American Championship, Mustang Mike taking on Nightmare Jeremiah.
The word in the back is that Jeremiah, there's a bounty on Mustang Mike's head, and Jeremiah, the Nightmare, is going to get a reward for making sure Mike doesn't make it out of here.
I've heard those rumors as well, Nick, and I think that they're 100% accurate, and I think we all know the one behind that bounty is none other than Michael White, who got thrown out of here earlier this evening, of course, by PPW General Manager.
And it looks like we've got the Heathens out here.
Yeah, I've got to wonder what these guys are doing here. What are the Heathens doing here?
That was rude.
I guess they didn't get thrown out of the arena with Michael White. Too bad.
First off, need all you stupid people to shut your toothless mouths.
And it looks like we got Michael White at ringside here.
You're right, I completely missed him, which I wish I could do more of, but there he is. He's back in the building somehow.
Mustang Mike to go ahead and come out so I can say it to his face as well.
And now the Heathens calling out Mustang Mike. I don't have any clue what's going on here, Nick. It's supposed to be a match between Mustang Mike and Nightmare, but Nightmare's nowhere to be seen. The Heathens are in the ring. Michael White's back in the building. Would somebody please just tell me what's going on?
Well, we're going to find out here pretty soon. Former NWA Heavyweight Champion Mustang Mike. Current North American Champion.
The leader of Team Boom has arrived in the building. And if you notice, Nick, he wasn't exactly extending a hand to Michael White earlier. He snubbed him pretty well. And here he comes entering the ring. Maybe we'll find out what's going on now. Is Nightmare here tonight? Are we going to have a title match? What are the Heathens' agenda here?
Also, Mustang Mike, the former heavyweight champion of 225 Pro Wrestling.
First off, just be a big, strong guy and make it in pro wrestling.
Take the drink before you take your shirt off.
You also have to have brains. See, first, you thought you were going to have a Minotaur for the Pro Wrestling 225 World Heavyweight Championship, and that didn't happen. And then you thought you were going to have also not gonna happen.
Okay, so we now know it's not going to happen.
Got all dressed out, ready for action, and you have nothing to do. You have a night off. Letting all your precious fans down. So I guess you can go ahead and head to the back and call it a night.
Now, would somebody please tell me how this is fair? Mustang Mike had a match here tonight against Nightmare. Now these guys are saying Nightmare's not going to be here.
Because when I come to a ring and all these people are chanting for Mustang Mike,
Well, he's not lying, Nick. They are chanting for Mustang Mike.
I come to the ring to fight. So whether it's Minotaur, whether it's Jeremiah, or anybody in that locker room, or since we got two jabronis in the ring right now, I don't care. I'll take both y'all punks on here and we're in the ring tonight.
Whoa!
Mustang Mike issuing a challenge. Is this guy crazy?
You know, I'd be inclined to not agree with you. I'm not saying Mustang Mike's a coward or he's crazy, but this might not be the smartest thing to do.
Got two members of the Revolution here.
That's Mustang Mike. That's the NWA North American Heavyweight Champion. And he deserves some respect. And he's going to get some respect right now because he has a match against you two good.
Whoa!
And that match is Mike.
General Manager Mike Iglesia dropping the boom, so to speak, on the Heathens, telling them that they are, in fact, going to take on Mustang Mike right here, right now, tonight in a handicap match.
Well, it doesn't look like they're too upset about that. 2-on-1 here. Mustang Mike better watch out.
And here we go. Things are breaking down. I have no idea what the exact rules of this contest are supposed to be. It's looking almost like it's going to be conducted under Texas Tornado rules, meaning both members of the Heathens can be in the ring at the same time. They whip Mike into the turnbuckle.
That is dangerous news for Magic Mike.
Boy, is it ever. Big splash in the corner, and Mike's already looking a little bit worse for the wear. The Heathens staying on top of him. And you know, these guys aren't pushovers. They may be smaller than Mustang Mike, but they are one of the best tag teams in the independent scene today. And anybody can do simple math, Nick. 2-on-1 usually adds up for the guys with the two.
Right about that. I'm impressed, Robert. You can do math.
Have I mentioned that I wish you would have missed the bus? Oh, Mustang Mike breaks through the defenses. Oh! Double shoulder block sends him down to the canvas. Kick to the midsection. DDT.
And then boom.
Well, now you know why they call him the Boom Man, Nick. Looks like he's got another suplex on his mind. Into the air goes that poor man and down to the canvas.
Nearly hit that hanging title of the ladder match that we're going to have here upcoming for the PW225 Southern Championship.
Yes, sirree, and boy, am I looking forward to that one. Oh, leg drop off the ropes.
Page out of Sweet Stan's book.
Indeed. He's on top one, but he only gets a 1 count. See, that's the problem with taking on two guys, Nick. You've always got to have your head on a swivel because while you might have one down, the other one's going to be right behind you somewhere. Head to the turnbuckle. I rake along that top rope, and let me tell you something, Nick. That might not look like much to the people at home, but allow me to tell you, those ropes aren't made of licorice. You get your head rubbed alongside of them, it's going to leave a mark.
Oh, you're right about that.
Now they toss Mike out of the ring, down onto the concrete floor, and that's where they look like they're headed to.
Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Mustang Mike. I think he's kind of a cartoon character, a comic book character, but this guy is in top physical condition, as he's been in his career.
You better believe it. And I can understand that comic book comparison you just threw out there, because this dude does look the part of a superhero. There's no mistake in that. But as I said earlier, doesn't matter if you're Superman, Batman, or Aquaman, you take on more than one guy, you might be in for one long night.
Well, this isn't Saturday morning cartoons. This is Saturday night wrestling. Pro Wrestling 225 Resurgence.
Live from Denham Springs, North Park Rec Center. We've already seen some great matches here so far tonight, Nick, but this one is taking the cake as well. We thought we were going to see Mustang Mike battle the Nightmare, but instead it's turning out to be a nightmare for Mustang Mike. Oh! Well, it was. Things can turn around just that quick, though. Knee drop.
I guess he got caught daydreaming.
I sincerely think you should stop with the puns. Seriously. It's not good. I wish I knew more about these gentlemen that formed the Heathens, but unfortunately they're kind of shrouded in mystery. I haven't been able to find out much about them. Maybe you could help me, Nick. You seem to be the man in the back with all the inside details.
Well, I'll tell you what you need to know as far as the Heathens. That they are a brutal tag team. They're up and coming in the tag team division, and they want their hands eventually on the tag titles. And essentially, they would control just about every title in the promotion if they do win the tag title.
Mustang trying to get the blood pumping, trying to get himself worked up. But I'm telling you, these guys, the Heathens, they're just not allowing him even an instant to himself. He's, double clothesline.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike White is the expert recruiter, and he found this tag team and recruited them to the Federation. And ultimately, it has worked out. They are putting it to Mustang Mike.
You bring up a valid point, Nick. I'd have to agree with you at least on one thing. Love him or hate him, Michael White does seem to be a bloodhound when it comes to sniffing out talent. He found these guys, he signed them, and so far they're doing great things here in PW 225. Mustang Mike going after one of the members of the Heathens. Catches him. That flying body press didn't work, but the little bit of extra leverage supplied by his teammate made the difference, and down goes Mustang Mike.
I tell you what, if you're Mustang Mike, you got to isolate one of these guys. You cannot win this match if you got both of them in the ring.
Exactly. It goes back to what you said earlier, Nick, during the triple threat match. Exactly. You've got to get rid of one of those guys to have a chance to win the match. Suplex. And he's on top trying to get that quick pinfall, but once again, the other member of the Heathens is just not far enough away. You're not going to be able to get the victory when one of them's that close.
They got to put away Mustang Mike. Mustang Mike is somebody you do not want to mess with. You do not want to give him the time to come back, because he will, and he's done it. He's a former world champion. So if you're the Heathens, you got to put him away.
And it looks like that's exactly what they're trying to do. Suplexing Mustang Mike down to the canvas. 1, 2. Now they're both getting on top of him, but not even that's not even working out for him. Right hand to the back, and here they go. Double team maneuver. It backfired though.
He's hitting his own partner.
Yes, and now he's about to get hit. Nice move. 1, 2, and 3. That's it.
That's gonna do it.
Just that quick. All it takes is just one move, Mustang Mike. And
I'll tell you what, Mike White's not going to be too happy about this. Nor is our world champion Minotaur.
Well, Michael White tried to once again pull the wool over the eyes of Mustang Mike. He's been trying to keep him off balance by keeping the Minotaur out of the buildings when Mustang Mike's in them. He's been trying to change up the matches and keep Mustang Mike guessing. But no matter what he seems to do, Mustang Mike seems to be right on path to get that title shot eventually against the Minotaur.
Well, he retains his NWA North American Championship, which was on going to be the Nightmare Jeremiah.
Exactly. We have no idea really what's going on here. This has just been one big mess from start to finish, but one thing we do know for sure.
Pro wrestling fans, my guests at this time, Mad Dog Gil Gracie takes on Vordell Walker tonight, and his manager. We've never met, sir. I'm Alan Michael. Big Ramp, his manager, Big Ramp, taking on Vordell Walker.
I'm tired of being sick and tired.
Tired!
I'm tired of being disrespected. Disrespected! Tonight's the night. Vordell Walker. Only one outcome is gonna happen tonight, boy. So grab your cell phone and call your mama, because you won't be there tomorrow for Father's Day. By the time we're done with you tonight, I'm gonna paint a yellow stripe down your back like the coward that you are. And if anybody in this organization is not careful, I'm coming after them too. Tonight's your night, Vordell. Unhappy Father's Day to you, son. I'm out.
Shut your face and give your mouth a hug.
Mad Dog Gil Gracie takes on Vordell Walker tonight.
Oh no, his name is Gil, the Thrill Gracie.
Tonight at Pro Wrestling 225 in Denham Springs.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. It is a ladder match for the Pro Wrestling 225 Southern Championship.
And here we go, Nick. We're back in action in what could be the match of the night.
For the inaugural PW225 Southern Championship, we're going to have a ladder match here. And this could be a main event at any other event. But
You're right about that.
got our main event left to go.
That's what this should tell you about PW wrestling.
From winning the match the earlier night, Clayton Poole out. He won his spot earlier on tonight against Hunter Adams.
Talk about an opportunity. Talk about winning the lottery. Clayton Poole is in this ladder match by way of his earlier victory tonight, as you touched on. And there's a chance he could walk out of this as the new Southern champion of PW225.
Well, you got to consider, though, that he's already been through a brutal, hellish match with Hunter Adams, who beat him down. So, ultimately, it is going to be a little bit tougher for him than the other foreign opponents.
A valid point, Nick. He has already been through one match, and it did last a good while. I mean, we're talking a 15-minute knock him down, drag him out, fight, so he's already got to be tired. The Golden Boy, Simon Phillips, a real up-and-comer cruiserweight. He's only been in the business about 6 months, but when you talk about untapped potential, this kid has tons of it.
You're right. I do agree with you there. This guy is untapped potential, but he lacks the experience that some of the other competitors in this match do have.
What's fascinating about this matchup, Nick, is that everybody in this contest brings something totally different to the table. New school Clayton Poole, he's a wily veteran. He knows his way in and around the ring, and he knows how to take advantage of other people's mistakes. Then you got the Golden Boy, Simon Phillips. He's a high flyer. He can turn any situation into a high-risk maneuver, and that equals high reward for him if he can hit it.
And we've got the Rocket here. this promotion, but he has been around, and this guy is a crowd favorite.
He is definitely a journeyman, and on top of that, he's probably one of the more well-built competitors in this match. You want to talk about power and bulk, he's got it, and he's got it in boatloads. These other two guys are going to have to keep the pace of the match up, keep hitting and running, or else they might get caught by the Rocket, and that's not a good thing to be.
Well, the Rocket has more experience than anybody else in this match. He's a former champion, and he wants to be again, so.
And you can see he's confident about his chances in this match as well. He just told the Golden Boy to get the hell out of his way. He's not shy about telling you who he thinks runs this ring.
Well, you gotta earn your keep around here.
Unfortunately, as you can see, if he does have one weakness, it might be that he doesn't get along too well with the fans.
These fans are uneducated here in Baton Rouge, Denham Springs, wherever you want to call it.
You don't even know where you are, Nick. Tell me, what did you drink during the intermission? Have you still got any left?
You don't know anything about the crunk juice, Robert. Charlie Sheen called.
The Wild Thing, one of the proverbial favorites in this matchup. We're talking about a 7-year vet in this business, trained by the Mikes, Mustang Mike, Psycho Mike, from Plaquemine, Louisiana, just over the river. This guy is a hometown favorite.
Well, he's carrying a baseball bat, a weapon, but that is going to be legal in this match.
Come on, Nick, that man's not going to use that baseball bat in this match. It's just basically a prop showing you his great background in baseball.
Well, that's the difference between you and me. That's why I'm a winner and you're a loser, Robert, because you got to do whatever you can to win whenever the title is on the line.
Yeah, brother. And there you see Wild Thing pointing at that championship belt with the bat.
Quiet, this is what I've been waiting for. Red the Threat.
The leader of the faction known as the Heathens, known associate of Mr. Michael White. It is indeed Red the Threat Thibodeau from Walker, Louisiana.
Also a former world champion.
I've had the pleasure of watching this man grow up, watching him advance as a pro in the professional wrestling industry, and I have to say, he has defied the critics. He has proven tons of people wrong, myself included, in becoming one of the fastest rising superstars in the independent wrestling scene here in Louisiana.
Well, and the man is a madman. Red the Threat Thibodeau is an ultimate craftsman in the ring. You know, this guy is a scientist in the ring, and ultimately he gets the job done, and he's a madman to boot.
One thing that makes Red Thibodeau so hard to beat is his unpredictability. He has a rather unorthodox style, to say the least, that you just really can't scout. You can't prepare for. You don't know what this guy's going to do from 1 minute to the next. He's a loose cannon, and that is what these guys that are still in the ring have to deal with tonight.
And the Threat mixing it up here with the crowd while the other 4 entrants remain in the ring. I hate to say, that might be a smart strategy there.
And if you thought the other matches we've had go down here were chaotic, just wait until you get a load of this one. Oh, the Rocket just trying his luck. He just tried to grab that belt right out of midair from the get-go. Oh,
he might need some more jet fuel.
You're right. I think he landed a little short of that one. But now the Golden Boy Simon Phillips and Wild Thing going to work on the Rocket, setting him up Hardy Boy style in the corner. And I don't know how we're going to keep up with all the action in this one, Nick, because we're going to need 2 more color commentators, maybe 2 more play-by-play guys, just to keep up with everything that's going on inside and around the ring.
The Golden Boy, Simon Phillips, and
Wild Thing. Going at it tooth and nail. Oh, whipped right into the corner.
Wild Thing looks like he tweaks his knee a little bit.
Indeed. Oh, and guess who got it? I guess Rocket must have seen exactly what you did because he went right after that knee.
On the other side of the ring, we've got Clayton Cool stumping somebody with a ladder, trying to make out.
He's going after Rhett the Threat. Oh! The childhood friends have gone to war outside the ring. New School Clayton Cool and Rhett Thibodeau are trying to literally beat the living hell out of each other.
And as we've already mentioned, New School Clayton Cool has already gone through a match.
Uh-oh. Looks like
Rhett all along the ring, but the Golden Boy there to stop him.
The Golden Boy, the rookie, he's saying, Rhett, not that fast. You're not going up there to take that belt just yet. The Golden Boy setting up Rhett in the corner, then he's coming in after him. Oh, but Rhett's ready for him. Back drops him right over the corner onto the ring apron.
Well, I tell you what, I've seen a big chair shot there from the Rocket.
Well, you know, the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner go, the Rocket's red glare, and I'm pretty sure Rhett the Threat's seeing some fireworks right now thanks to that chair shot from the Rocket.
Did you come up with that all by yourself, Robert?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Golden Boy up on the ropes, and he got him with the Hurricane Rana. He just sent Rhett the Threat all the way to the floor. And now he's going right after the Rocket. You got to hand it to this kid, Nick. He is not shy. He might be the rookie in this match, but he's not holding a thing back.
The Threat looks shocked that he even had to receive that move, kind of catching a breather, and then now he's into it. Oh!
Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, oh, what a move by the Rocket. Slingshotted his way right back into the ring and hit the Golden Boy with a DDT. Now he's going after the Wild Thing. Wild Thing sends him over the top rope. Oh, now the Rocket nails Wild Thing in the midsection.
And does Clayton Cool realize this is not a tag match?
I don't know. He may be out on his feet. Oh, what a move by Wild Thing. Flying body press right over the top rope. Now New School Clayton Cool and Rocket are left in the ring. Suplex by New School.
What good is a suplex going to do you? You put the ladder up and you climb and you get the belt.
Yes, but it's not quite that simple now, is it, Nick?
Low blow there from the Rocket.
Now the Rocket's got that chair. Oh, and he just wore out New School with it.
All the while we've got Wild Thing and Rhett the Threat Thibodeau going at it outside the ring.
And here comes Rhett the Threat back into the ring.
We see Golden Boy setting up a table outside the ring.
Irish whip. Reversal. Oh, New School sends the Rocket straight into that steel chair head first. But look out, New School. Rhett the Threat. Oh, slingshot backflip into a body press. Beautiful move by Rhett Thibodeau.
The action here is fast and furious here at Pro Wrestling 225 Resurgence.
Oh, yeah. And so much for childhood friendship. Rhett goes right after his pal, New School Clayton Cool. Oh, nice move.
And look at the height that he got on that.
Flying leg
beautiful move by Rhett the Threat Thibodeau.
And now Rhett's got that ladder. Oh, nice. He just put that ladder right down on the lower midsection of New School Clayton Cool. And if it's true that it's bad luck to be under a ladder, then New School Clayton Cool has got some bad times ahead of him.
Rhett getting rid of Wild Thing there. All he's got left is Clayton Cool in the ring, who seems to be a bit injured.
Down and out at the moment. Now we have to wonder what Rhett's got in store for New School, because he just left that ladder perched precariously right on top of that top rope. Oh,
I will say that that ladder is a violent weapon as well as a tool to reach the championship.
And now it seems like Rhett's just measuring those guys on the outside. I don't know what he's got planned for him, but I can tell you it's probably not good. He climbs the ladder. He's up on the top rope. Oh! Wow! Senton one bomb right off the top rope. What a move. These fans are literally spellbound.
Holy crap. What a move.
The chance of 225 going up from this building all the way into the rafters. What a move by Rhett Thibodeau. He just left it all out there.
And the Rocket looking to reap the benefits.
The Rocket halfway up that ladder, and here comes Rhett Thibodeau joining him.
Quite a history with each other as well.
Oh, yes, indeed. No love lost between these two, and they are trading blows at the top of this ladder. Oh, Rocket just rammed Rhett Thibodeau throat first on the top of that ladder. And that will definitely give him something to think about for a minute or two at least. And now we've got dueling ladder climbs going on in either corner. Rhett Thibodeau scaling that ladder and going right after Rocket, but on the other side, the Golden Boy front slam through a table. Good Lord! Good gracious alive! And then we've got a power bomb off the ladder. Sunset flip into a power bomb by Rocket.
And that's why this is the best wrestling promotion in the country. Pro wrestling.
Oh no!
And we've got a train wreck in the ring.
Oh no, somebody please call the paramedics. Get the paramedics out here right now. We need them.
Gotta agree with these fans here. This is awesome action.
It is beyond awesome. This is a whole new dimension when it comes to great professional wrestling.
And one of these 5 gentlemen are gonna become the new PW 225 Southern Champion.
We want cable!
Rhett the Threat down in the corner trying to slowly make his way to his feet. And now he's back up. He's the first one up, but now not too far behind him, Golden Boy Simon Phillips is back up to one knee on the ring apron. Wild Thing scaling a ladder in the corner. You want to
school Clayton Cool is out of it.
Well, that's what usually happens when you go through a table thanks to a frog splash. We might have seen the last of Clayton Cool for tonight, my friends. And now
you see Rocket with setting up another table here, putting it in the ring.
Uh-oh, all the way up on top of that ladder. Wild Thing, oh no! Oh my God! Oh my God, he just got caught throat first on the cord that's holding that belt more than 20 feet above the ring. He just literally hung himself. Oh, flying elbow drop by the Golden Boy!
Holy crap!
I am literally gonna need a bag of throat lozenges after this is over with.
And I'm amazed that the Wild Thing is getting up after that.
Wild Thing barely to one. Now he's back on his feet. Rhett the Threat going at the Golden Boy, literally chopping and beating him down. Now perching him right up on top of that top rope. Rhett now joining him up there. Looks like he's gonna, he was going for a superplex, but the Rocket looks like he's gonna give him a little help in the form of a power bomb. Power bomb.
Superplex there.
Dueling superplex into a power bomb. People are broken in half all over this ring. I don't even know where to start. Slingshot by Rocket, sending Wild Thing back first into the ladder.
Tell you what, the punishment these guys' bodies have taken is really taking its toll on them.
It's taking a toll on me, Nick.
He doesn't have to reach very far with the rope being altered.
You're right, thanks to Wild Thing's neck getting literally snapped off on that cord. It appears the cord has actually lowered a little bit, but no! Rocket couldn't quite make it.
They've really gone through so much that they really don't know where they're at.
Now that ladder still outside the ring, and we've got a table set up in the center of the ring. Wild Thing going after the Golden Boy. He didn't have a problem with the Golden Boy helping him to set up that table, but now it appears the truce is over.
Well, it's every man here for himself, with the winner winning the 225 Southern Championship.
you are witnessing just what these men are willing to go through to become the first ever Pro Wrestling 225 Southern Champion.
And that ladder has definitely seen better days.
Oh my goodness! I am literally, figuratively speechless after that. RKO through the table, and if that wasn't bad enough, it appears that Rocket's neck collided with the steel support for that table. Everybody's down except Rocket, who's literally only up to a few. Now he's back on his feet outside the ring. Rhett the Threat making his way up ever so slowly into the ring.
And the crowd here in Denham Springs showing their support for 225 Pro Wrestling.
Rhett the Threat trying his best to just snag that belt right out of the air. He thinks he almost got it. Look at the vertical. Rhett the Threat, no! He almost had that belt right within his reach, but then
the old movie with Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes, White Men Can't Jump.
Very, very funny, Nick. Very funny. And now Rocket going to town, putting the boots to Rhett, adding insult to injury after he already tried to take his head clean off his shoulders with that chair shot.
And as we said, the bat getting put into play here.
And now Rocket, oh my goodness, he just wore out the back of the Wild Thing with his own bat. Going. Oh, and now he just took out Rhett Thibodeau with it too.
With the hardest part of the bat.
It appears that you were Nostradamus earlier when you said that bat would come into play, because, ladies and
Rocket
gentlemen,
is batting 1,000 right now, 2 for 2, and knocked him out of the park. But actually, it doesn't look like he did the job with Wild Thing, because
he's back up
here.
He's back up, and he has got Rocket. Rocket's clinging to that chair for life. But he just lost his grip. And he's about to lose his grip with consciousness, too.
Going through the already broken table. The officials need to clear out this ring.
We need literally a cleanup crew here in this ring.
Not to mention a paramedic.
Wild Thing putting the reverse chin lock on Rhett Thibodeau, but Rhett reverses the momentum, sends him out through the middle rope. Oh! But Wild Thing's not done with Rhett yet, not by a long shot. He just sent himself flying right through those middle ropes into the midsection of Rhett Thibodeau. And meanwhile, on the other side, if that wasn't enough, Rocket looks to be trying to do away with the Golden Boy once and for all. Oh! Devastating backbreaker by Rhett the Threat. Oh! Goodness gracious. Oh, Sabat kick! Insecurity.
And this is just a train wreck here, Robert.
I'm not exaggerating, Nick, when I say that there's literally more destruction in this ring right now than there was after the Great Flood of 2016 here in this area. This ring actually looks more messed up than my house did just a few months ago. And now Wild Thing's got his hand on the belt. All he had to do was just. Oh no! It's the Heathens. The Heathens in.
Out to help Rhett the Threat Thibodeau, members of the Federation.
Rhett the Threat's cronies have to interject themselves into this match. What a disgusting display by these guys. We had ourselves a good, fair match going, and now they just had to come out and interfere.
Well, it's no disqualification here, so it's not going to stop the match. But all the while, Rhett the Threat is taking a beating over there by the Rocket.
Everyone's taking a beating in this match.
The Heathens need to, they better pay attention here.
And the Wild top! Oh, backflip! He just took out both members of, oh my goodness, he just took out both members of the Heathens. I have never seen such reckless abandon for the human body in one match in my life, Nick.
Well, that just goes to show you how important it is to be a champion here in 225 wrestling. But
Oh,
the
no.
Southern Championship. And here comes Clayton Cool.
Would you look at this? Clayton Cool has suddenly found his way into the ring, and he's all alone. This kid could pull off the upset of the century. This kid could literally pull off the upset of the century if he can make his way up that ladder and grab that belt. He was in the curtain jerker special at the beginning of the night, but by the end of it, he could be the new Pro Wrestling 225 Southern Champion. But now Rhett the Threat joining him at the top of the ladder, cutting him off from his dream.
And Neutral Clayton Cool has been out of this match for a long time, since Golden Boy Simon Phillips took him out through a table.
Oh no, Rhett's got him by the throat, and this does not look like it's gonna end. Oh! I don't even know what to call out. 360.
That's gonna do it.
360 flip off the ladder into some kind of jawbreaker, and he just put New School Clayton Cool out of commission, and he's got the title. He's got the title. Rhett the Threat Thibodeau has done it.
There you have it, your brand new Pro Wrestling 225 champion. Southern champion, we got Mike White here in the ring celebrating. And now we see the Federation controlling the World Heavyweight title and also the Southern Championship as well.
You can love him, you can hate him, but you have to respect him. Rhett the Threat Thibodeau is now the first ever PW225 Southern Champion.
And in a match that where it comes down to reckless abandonment, you wouldn't rather go with anybody than the madman, Rhett the Threat Thibodeau.
And you can bet that somewhere in the back right now, General Manager Mike Iglesias is having an Excedrin number 1000 headache because Michael White's stable now has not one, but two of the major titles here in PW225.
I'd say all 5 of these men have Excedrin headache.
I don't agree with Rhett Thibodeau calling out the Heathens in the middle of this match, but it doesn't really matter what I agree with. He got the job done, and he is the new Southern Champion.
A formidable effort by all 5 of these gentlemen, but Rhett the Threat Thibodeau standing tall and is your new Pro Wrestling 225 Southern Champion.
I'm just literally sick to my stomach right now. Michael White now has, I repeat, not one, but 2 of the major championship titles in PW225 in his stable. He has them under his control, and therefore his quest for a hostile takeover lives on.
And they're one tag team championship away with the Heathens of achieving that.
And suddenly that doesn't seem too far-fetched a scenario either. They could very well claim the tag belts in no time. Wow. competitors, it is that time, Nick. Time for our main event. And there you see Gil the Thrill Gracie arriving on the scene for his monumental showdown with Bordell Walker. It's all come to this.
Well, and we saw these two go at it at the start of the show. Ultimately, the Mad Dog says that Bordell Walker has nothing on him, and he feels disrespected, and everybody is on notice here. A big match here.
This should be an interesting contrast of styles. Gil the Thrill, as I mentioned, an expert in martial arts, has a background in UFC, so if it goes to the ground, you've gotta believe he'd have the advantage. But on the other side, Bordell Walker, you've seen how big this man is, and he is a high-impact competitor. He's a master of suplexes, striking. So if it goes to the ground, Gracie has the advantage, but if it goes to a brawl, you'd have to figure Bordell is going to be the favorite here.
I tell you what, it's going to be tough for these two guys to follow that ladder match. Pretty amazing.
Truer words were never spoken, Nick. But quite frankly, it would be hard for anything on Monday Night Raw to follow that ladder match we just saw.
You're right about that. One of the best matches I've ever seen here at Resurgence in Denham Springs.
And here comes Bordell Walker.
But look at Gil Gracie. He's got his game face on. He's ready to go.
Gil Gracie not even able to stay in the ring. You can see him. He's out there pacing around. Uh-oh, wait. He's coming after
And he
Bordell.
doesn't need to wait. This match is underway.
They're not going to wait anymore. They've been waiting all night to get their hands on each other. Oh, you can hear the sick thud of flesh against flesh all the way from here. This is not going to be one for the faint of heart.
These two brawling all over the arena.
Both men all the way over in the crowd, over by the bleachers. This is quickly deteriorating into the equivalent of a playground fight.
And send him up for a suplex here.
Oh! Suplex on the floor.
And this is hardwood basketball floor. A suplex.
Usually this floor is reserved to have basketballs bounce off it, but that right there was a human body bouncing off of it.
And that'll do it for Bordell Walker. Coming in here talking trash, and Gil Gracie has said it again. He feels disrespected, showing that in his actions.
No offense, Nate, but I haven't been to a single show yet where Gil Gracie didn't feel disrespected by somebody. Goodness gracious. There is furniture being destroyed all over this building right now by these two men. I'm just glad that wasn't our table, but you know they might be headed this way, Nick.
USA!
There's an eerie quiet that's fallen over this arena right now, and that's because these men are trying to literally murder each other. Now, finally, one of our competitors has actually made it into the ring. Maybe we'll get this match underway officially. Bordell with the big forearm.
A lot of the fans trying to get a closer view.
You see fans scrambling all over the arena to get a better look. Oh, listen to that chop. Bordell Walker taking the skin right off the chest of Gil Gracie.
A chop from hell.
Eat your heart out, Ric Flair. Slams his head right into the turnbuckle. Oh no, looks like we're gonna get another. Bordell Walker ramming Gracie's head into the third turnbuckle. Now he's taking him around the world. And how about another chop?
That chop hurt me there.
Gil Gracie is gonna have Bordell Walker's handprints on his chest for the next 2 weeks. as a reminder of why you might not want to piss off Bordell Walker.
You still suck! You still suck!
Bordell outside the ring now, going right after Gracie. Another chop up against the railing. Now he's escorting Gracie to the other side of, forearm shiver. Chop!
Nothing pretty about this one.
There
Knockdown drag out between these two.
You are absolutely correct, Nick. I hate that I've had to say that this many times tonight, but you're right. There is nothing pretty about this, as there rarely is in a Bordell Walker match. Don't expect wrist locks and rear arm hammer locks. There's not going to be any technical wrestling, folks. Bordell Walker is about inflicting punishment. He's about punching, kicking, clawing, and doing whatever he's got to do to get the victory.
Well, the most important thing you just said there in that big old rant, Robert, is that I was right again, which is the most important thing here. And eventually you'll learn that I am the wrestling expert on this show.
Are you done? You done now? Okay, good. Anyway, in the ring, Gracie, senton bomb, lands right on the midsection of Walker. Now he's going in for the cover. And our first cover of the match ends with only a count of one. Gracie locking in a reverse chin lock on Walker. And now, this is where Gil Gracie is at his best, my friend. When he's got you down on that mat, when he can utilize that MMA training. But
both men in peak physical condition.
Oh, you're right about that. Both of these men are literally in the best shape of their lives. They have been nothing but workout junkies leading up to this match, trying to prepare themselves for the challenge of putting each other's shoulders to the mat for a count of three.
And you ask, how could this be the main event after what we just saw in the ladder match? But these are two of the finest talents that we have in Pro Wrestling 225, Gil Gracie and Bordell Walker.
Oh!
And you got to think, Robert, that the winner of this match, you got to put their name in the hat as far as a possible future #1 contender for that world title.
Definitely. Most definitely. Sure, we've already crowned a #1 contender tonight, but you're absolutely right. Whoever wins this match is going straight up the contenders list, and they will most likely be considered for a later title shot. So you know both these men are going to let it all hang out here tonight. Kicks to the midsection by Gracie, and now he lays into Bordell with some chops of his own. I haven't seen dueling chops like these since Flair versus Steamboat, people. Big boot to the jaw of Gracie, and Bordell's up on that second turnbuckle. Oh, drop kick! Second rope drop kick.
When Gracie's timing got off a little bit there going into the turnbuckle, and Bordell Walker was able to take advantage of it.
Oh, he made him pay for it all right. Now Bordell's back up on his feet. Oh, clothesline! So far, this match has turned on a dime. Just when you think one guy's got the advantage, the other guy just flips it on him just that quick in the blink of an eye. No one's been able to maintain a consistent advantage. And I think that means, that goes to show you how evenly matched these two competitors are.
It looks like Gil Gracie's kind of got an issue with his rib. Referee Jordy checking it out.
And I wonder why referee Jordy isn't out trying to count Bordell Walker out of the ring, because he's been out of the ring for almost an hour now. I think your great referee that you were talking about earlier could use a trip back to referee school.
Well, I believe we have a no disqualification match here.
Oh, really? Well, if that's the case, then I humbly apologize to referee Jordy. How do you find out this information that I am not privy to, Nick?
Well, the question I have is, how do you not find out this information? Are you living under a rock?
Now Gracie laying into Bordell in the corner. Boot after boot, right to his chest, stomping a mud hole in it. But once again, Bordell Walker is refusing to stay down. He's hurling some kicks right back at Gracie. Now 2 boots. Gracie's got him in a bear hug. Puts him right into the belly-to-belly suplex. 2 and oh!
2.5 there.
Almost 3. Almost headed for a count of 3 right there.
Gracie's got to finish him off here.
Gracie locking in that reverse chin lock, sitting on the back of Cordell Walker. He's almost got a camel clutch applied. If he could just sit back a little more and get Cordell Walker's arms over his knees, but I guess that's not what he's after. Bordell slowly fighting his way to his feet. Oh, elbow right to the breadbasket. And another. And now he's into the ropes. Gracie misses the clothesline, misses it again. Bordell flying body press. He's got him down. 1, 2. Oh, almost 3 again.
It didn't look like he got all of it.
Oh, what a kick by Bordell. And another.
Walker with that jiu-jitsu training.
And a third kick, and down goes Gracie. And you know it's got to sting Gracie just a little bit extra to be being literally shown up at his own game by Bordell Walker.
Why don't you tell that to Gil Gracie?
I think I'll take a rain check on that.
We've seen these two go at it for the last few weeks. Gil Gracie posting some videos on Facebook and YouTube, talking major trash, feeling disrespected by newcomer Bordell Walker.
But as of so far, it looks like Gil Gracie's backing up everything he said on those videos. He just sent Cordell straight through the middle ropes, all the way to the concrete floor. And now you see Gil Gracie playing smart. He's not going after Cordell Walker on the floor anymore. I think he learned his lesson. He's in the ring catching his breath, letting that ref count. Well, he was.
They finally do get a count.
But while the referee's back is turned, Gracie's manager is trying to lay into Bordell, but that didn't work out quite like they planned it. Bordell just dropped him like a bad habit. Now he's fighting his way back into the ring, but Gracie's there to cut him off.
Gotta say, not the smartest idea to try and mess with Bordell Walker.
Oh, kick right to the back.
That's why managers belong outside of the ring.
Oh, what a right hand. Ladies and gentlemen, you really can't appreciate the impact of these blows that we're seeing here unless you're here in the arena. Yet another reason why you need to come see PPW 225 Wrestling live and in person.
You must have to use the bathroom because I think you had a couple extra too much PPs. That's PW Pro Wrestling 225.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to need some time to recover after that ladder match, Nick. I'm afraid I'm never going to be the same after that.
I'm the same way.
Brutal forearms being rained down on Bordell Walker by Gil Gracie. Oh, ramming him face first into the mat.
What a move.
And now 2 3/4 again. Both of these men nearing ever so close to getting the win, but they just can't seem to keep the other man's shoulder down for that just millisecond that they need.
Just a brutal match between these two. Very hard hitting. And our main event of Resurgence, Pro Wrestling 225.
Bordell ducks under the clothesline. Oh, what a flip. Now he's coming in right after him. Fast and furious action and a big clothesline by Bordell. arm shiver. Bordell has got him wobbled. And now he comes in for the kill with another clothesline.
Tell you what, Robert, we've seen a hell of a pay-per-view here at Resurgence tonight. We've got a new #1 contender for the heavyweight champion in Robert Godsey. Mustang Match won his match earlier on tonight, and also a new 225 Southern champion in Red Thread Thibodeau.
And I don't think we'll ever be able to forget just how Rhett won that title. What an incredible match, folks. You need to get down to the next Pro Wrestling 225 show, wherever it may be. You need to find a way. I don't care if you got to walk, people. You don't want to miss this kind of action. Take it from me.
And this is authentic pro wrestling that you don't get to see on the soap opera on TV.
Big elbow off the top. And Gracie almost got it again, but Bordell just managed to get his shoulder off the mat at the very last second. And at this point, I'm starting to wonder if either of these men have enough juice to finish the other off. Gracie looks like he's going for the people's elbow, but oh, Bordell's up, and he nails him right in the jaw with the big knee.
Unconventional move there.
This match has taken its toll on both men. There has been nothing but brutal punishment handed out from bell to current point of, oh my goodness.
God.
Shoulder breaker. 2. Oh, Gracie is still up. He won't give in. He won't quit.
And how Gil Gracie kicked out of that, I cannot tell you.
Gracie, as you said, has been more than vocal about the fact that he feels disrespected by the fans, by the upper management of Pro Wrestling 225, but I'll tell you one thing, he's earning the respect of everybody here tonight. Oh, goodness gracious, look at that. More outside interference from the manager of Gil the Thrill Gracie.
Hey, if the ref doesn't see it, it didn't happen.
Well, the referee doesn't see much tonight, so there's a lot of stuff that evidently
we've got
hasn't
a quality official in Jordy. He's doing a great job.
He's doing a great job if you're Gil Gracie. Oh, another elbow off the top by Gil Gracie, and this one might be enough to put him away. 3, that's it.
That's going to do it here.
Gil the Thrill Gracie is victorious here tonight against Bordell Walker. What a huge victory for Gil Gracie.
And your winner, Gil Gracie. I'll tell you what, that was a hell of a match here to close out Resurgence.
One of the most
Wrestling 225 is one of the only places you're going to see this type of action.
I have not seen a match that brutal, that physical, that bone-jarring in quite some time. And when the dust settled, Gil the Thrill Gracie got the job done. He is the winner. And he is moving on to the next Pro Wrestling 225 show to face whoever his next challenger may be.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a great show here in Denham Springs, but I will be glad to get the heck out of this place.
So for Mr. Robert Tagent,
I'm Nick Fuqua.
We'll see you next time.